Where are we? Where are we? Here we go. Look at this, 5 seconds late. They're all going to be angry at me. Good morning, gang. Excuse me, I'm a little bit late getting up here this morning. Sorry about that. Where's the... Trying to do 6 things at once here. Sorry, just a moment. Okay, where are we? Where did we leave off yesterday? Right here. Let there be light. That's better. Once we zoomed in, it wasn't so bad for the light. It was difficult to get it ready yesterday. What's the plan for the stream today? Continuing this work. This is exactly where I left off yesterday. I'm cutting the outlines of these color blocks for the New Year's card. 4 sides. Once the outlines are cut, things are going to get noisy. So for most of the session today, I'm going to be whapping. It's going to be a noisy session. If I manage to get most of that work done, then I'll switch to the next level of backup work, which is more of that stamping, embossing on the Great Wave print. That's still waiting for me here. I didn't get it done yesterday. So this is what we're into. Quiet carving for a few minutes, and then noisy carving. Although what I could do, now that I think about it, this has two sides here. So I'm nearly finished the quiet carving on this side. I could then clear this one with a noisy chisel, then go back and do the quiet carving on this one. Might do it that way, give some variation. I'm also going to check my original copy here. I should have kept that close by. Cargo's proud a bit. Okay, let's get going anyway. I could dither and dither all day long. Let's just get going. Looks good. Let's just get going here. Microphone already falling off, sorry. Look it under my belt or something. Trying to compare these lines with the original here so I can, it has to be. Don't know if anybody's been following the weather, but we had a typhoon come right across us last week. I guess it was Monday, whatever, the day before Jed left. And today we have the same thing happening. That was number 21. This is number 22. And it's coming this afternoon. It's not going to be a direct hit on Tokyo. It's on out in the Pacific nearby. So for us, it's going to be a dreary, wet couple of days. And some strong wind tonight, but no dramatic risks. This incessant rain the last few weeks, it doesn't seem to have stopped the visitors and customers. It's just still crazy every day. Yesterday was just one of the most insane days we've ever had here. We had some fun visitors. The first print party in the day was a graphic artist from Italy. He brought a copy of his book, graphic book. He's making every single page as a separate woodblock print. A fabulous book. And in the same party was one of the executives from Kickstarter. They came to say hello to us and see us. Then in the afternoon it was some people from Facebook. Not here in any official capacity, just here to do a print party. Well, there's the cutting done on this one. Both sides, both. I think what I should do, like I said, is probably do the noisy part on here. I can see that I've got another 2 sides to cut out, but I'd like the variation of going back and forth between the different kinds of work. So I think what I'll do here is I'll zoom out. Get rid of my lens here. I've been using a medium lens here this morning. Don't know what that was. Oops, nothing important. Bench stop. Is it better with that light off or on? I don't know. If I take it off, I think it might be better here. Let's see. There's indeed a party going on right here. There's parties. We're basically now sold out. It's every day. We've got our own calendar with the, the reservation showing, and it is now just totally full, bright red. Every day sold out. What's this one for? This was the last spot this afternoon. It's now gone. So we don't know what to do now. We have 3 party slots on the calendar every day, but we actually have room for 5. We advertise 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 2:30. But we could actually do 10 o'clock, an hour, take a half-hour break, 11:30, an hour, half-hour break, 1, 2:30, and 4. And we tried to do that back at the beginning, but we found that we can't do it. 5 in a day is just absolutely too many. It's completely exhausting, and we can't do it. So we cut the online calendar back to 3, but it's now sold out day after day after day. So the only way forward on that is to get more staff and take turns. 2 people do the first party, 2 people do the next party, then 2. But that means 4 staff members every day. We can't do that. We just absolutely don't have that many people. Okay, I'm going to make some noise here. So what I should do is let's take my microphone and get it off my chest here. I'm going to put the microphone up a bit out of the way of the hammer. So my voice is going to get a bit lighter. But here we go. Okay, I'm going to bang a bit. Questions? Actually, there was. I heard the question sound. I hope this isn't going to be another one of those back and forth, mixed up days. Let's see. Question. There is indeed a question in the box. Can you pop your question into the stream so the other people can see it as well? Pop your question in the URL into the stream. And then after they see it, then I can answer it. Because it makes no sense to answer you now because nobody else knows what we're talking about. Or maybe you already did this. I did hear the ding. It was just it happened at the same time that the party reservation came in. Here, I'll pop it in. Here's the question. No names, but no. Oh, there is. Somebody's done it. What you're talking about is what's known in Japanese as a junjozuri, step-by-step printing. They're really cool things to have. They show the key block by itself, then the key block plus 1 color, the key block plus 2 colors, key block plus 3 colors, and each date is paired with an image of just the color impression by itself. So you turn the pages of these little books, and it's a fabulous build up of a finished print. There's many of them were made in the pre-war period, and the one the person here is linking to, of which we don't have any more left, is one such thing. It was printed. It's not pre-war, it's post-war, but back when printers were cheap. And the reason why we can't do this is just arithmetic. When we sell, which print is illustrated there? Is that the Kamigamo Shrine? Whatever, it's 12 impressions or something. So we can make a piece of paper plus 12 impressions. But to make that junjozuri, to make that step-by-step printing, they're all in the book. So the final one is the print itself with 12 impressions. The page before that is the print with 11 impressions. Then the print with 10 impressions, 9 impressions, 8 impressions. You see where we're going here? It's geometrically insane. To make a print with 12 impressions, we need 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8. It's like selling 6 prints all in one, plus all the work, all the paper, everything else. They're totally, absolutely not economic at all. we can't make the math add up. The thing would have to be $300. So the short answer is no, I'm sorry, I can't make these for sale. What we can do, of course, is put them on the net. You know, you scan, 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 and put them up that way. Anyway, I gotta make some noise, sorry. I'm sorry about this, it's not going to be an ASMR day, obviously. Can't be helped, this work has got to be done. So. Something to keep you busy while I'm doing this. This person's talking about the Junjo Zuri step-by-step printing. Back when I was making the Surimono albums, so if somebody goes to my website, woodblock.com/surimono, and in the section that talks about, I don't remember what it's called, how the prints are made, whatever, in there's a bunch of these step-by-step things that are linked. And it's really fun to watch the prints come to life. 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then in my website for the Solitudes series I made, woodblock.com/solitude, every single print is linked to the same thing. It's a JavaScript or a Flash thing that shows all the step-by-steps coming together for every print in the series. So if you like that sort of thing, there's tons of them on my website. I'm on camera, right? Am I still on camera? Back and forth, back and forth. It's too long, this blog. Now we get a bit more noisy. Are we banging the camera? I think I probably am. Yeah, let me move the camera a bit back away from the bench. Just a sec. Is that better? I think it's better. Okay, good. Still visible? I think so. Which way is the grain here? The way here. Bit more. Brush is going to bang there, I think. A bit more back. Okay, let's switch back to quieter work now for a minute. Hang on. Okay, let's zoom in, switch to quieter work. We can go back and forth here. Again, and probably newer people here, I know all these blocks go through 3 stages. Now, I think you saw the first one there. I was just cutting. The outlines get cut, all the lines get cut. And stage 2 is trimming off with the larger chisels, trimming off most of the unneeded wood. I can't, of course, get the big chisels right up to the line. So stage 3 now uses those final, what we call ice ski. They're kind of a bullnose chisel, no relation. That clears off, it cleans up the mess left by the larger chisels, and we'll use this to come right up to the line. So this is the third stage. So all the blocks go through three. Stage 1 is lines, stage 2 is clearing the waste, and stage 3 is final cleanup. I should get my mic back because this is going to be quiet. It's chilly here in Tokyo. I need a sweater here. So, what have we got? Messages? Anything going on? Talk, talk, talk. Sorry about this. Can't catch all this stuff. How do you know how deep you need to be? It's just like a globe. You know, the farther you are between continents, the deeper the ocean gets because the paper sags a bit. So the closer we are, the shallower, the farther apart, the deeper. It's just on a straight geometry. Here's where I keep wandering out of the field of view because I move all over the place. So. Okay, smaller chisel, best get closer, closer, closer. Chisels get smaller and smaller. Okay, where should we start? Crunch, crunch, crunch. There's an order in the inbox, and thank you very much. If it's somebody here, I don't know. Since we opened the gift print page the other day, was it last night, the mailbox has been very, very, very busy. And now our race against time starts. The first batch of the owl print, of course, they're done. In fact, I think I'm not sure if they're shipped already, if they're going to be shipped Monday morning. Post office is closed over the weekend, of course. And now it's a race. We see the orders coming in, and the batches we're printing, and the orders coming in, and the batches we're printing. And we got to try and stay ahead of it. Somebody the other day in an email asked me why I was opening the Christmas page so early. Well, for us, it's not a Christmas page. It's just a gift print we offer every year. Obviously, many, many people are looking at them as Christmas gifts. Why do we do it so early? We don't want to do the Christmas thing so early, but this is international shipping. People are doing this and asking us to ship internationally. And if we opened this on December 1st, that's it. We'd be finished. We wouldn't be able to do it. So we open it in late October. And people ask us either to ship the print to their home and they take care of it, or they ask us to ship it to their recipient. And because of the international aspect of this, it's got to start early. There's just no way around it. So we've actually got a little, I didn't really talk about it much, as a little, I can't say bonus, what's going on? No. The current batch that we're printing right now, I think there's 60 or 70 in there. It's being printed by Ayumi-san, our young lady who has quit to make a baby. But she's now well into that process, and her morning sickness and stuff is behind her, she said. So she's back here to do some light work for the next month or so, until it gets to the point where she is gonna book off semi-permanently. So this next batch of gift prints, that Mimizuku, the one that's called an owl in English, it's not an owl in Japanese, is being printed by Ayumi-san, which is a pleasure for us. All the prints too, that we send, those gift prints, they all have a little, explanation pamphlet that goes with them, that they carry the story, a little, just 1-2 paragraph explanation of what it is. But that also carries the craftsmen's names. And so it's on this one, it's going to be written, carved by David Bull and printed by Ayumi-san. Well, we'll see. I don't know what batch you're going to get, because once she's finished, we call another printer in to do the next batch, and that might be me, it might be Suga-san, we don't know yet. So when you order, please don't even think about specifying what printer you're going to get, because there's no way we can handle that kind of, division or discrimination about how we stock them. But the current batch, as I said anyway, is being printed by Ayumi-san. Just a bit too wide. There was another email the other day about that same topic. A person had seen, I guess, a blog post or something I had written when Ayumi-san told me that she was pregnant and she's leaving. And the person in the email asked me, why am I so negative about this? Like it's the end of the world or something, and isn't she ever going to come back? And the reason I was negative about this is she probably won't be back, not within any time scale that helps us. She's going to have one child, probably a second child. She seems quite adamant that she's going to be a strong mother for these kids. And woodblock printing isn't the kind of job you can just do part-time with a kid on your lap. It just doesn't work like that. She's a craftsman. She's not just sort of a part-time worker here. This job is a full-time, difficult job to make a batch of woodblock prints. It's not the kind of thing you can do at home on a computer screen and the baby's on your lap and a phone call comes in and you deal with it. It's a concentration job that requires many hours of uninterrupted, steady work, you know. It really doesn't suit having a child in the room with you, you know. Carving you could sort of get away with, you know, as I do here. I did this yesterday, quit, came back today, picked up at the same time, same station. But printing, you can't do that. The paper is wet. You've got to keep going. When you're printing a batch of prints, if a phone call comes in, it's trouble. You sit there on the phone trying to get the other person to hang up and your paper's drying out, your block's drying out. You finally get him off the phone, and you get back to work, and now the paper is dry and you got to re-moisten this and get your brush. You've lost 2 or 3 prints before you can get the color back to the same level. It's not interruptible work, so it really doesn't work when you're trying to do the baby care thing. So it wasn't me that was being, you know, unduly negative. I don't want this to happen, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, as I said, she's back right now. There's a few days a week, this week and next week, until she thinks she's got too far along in the baby process. But so she's doing light work for us now for the next month or so. We'll see. Am I on screen? I keep moving things around. The tighter I zoom, the more chance there is of going off screen, you know. Oh, questions. I'm sorry, I'm missing most of this. Oh, I know. William's here. William Francis. Good morning. Hi. That Koitsu process print, I'm not sure what you're looking at, but I don't think it's Asakusa. I think it's a Kamigamo Shrine, I believe. Not quite sure what you're looking at, but... This block is so long, it's difficult to move around on my bench to get the different angle for carving. So I'm semi-struggling here, actually. It's my glasses. I need to go get a new prescription. Things are changing again, and this distance now I'm at, it's just between. I've got my normal, whatever, daily glasses, my close-up glasses, and things have changed with my eyes a bit, something the last, whatever, since I got these glasses, and this is in between now. I've got to go and adjust my prescription, I guess. Microphone again. So it's semi-blurred for me a bit here now. So if I go back to the microscope, it's okay because I just adjust that to fit my eyes, whatever. But it's too zoomed in. It's too close for work like this. My own screen. Yeah. My brother keeps bugging me, Dave, go do the laser thing, but with your eyes, But I don't know. I really don't know. My mother, she's now 90 something, 90 or 91, I forget. And she had, whatever, her eyes were just bit by bit getting worse. So at some point, they convinced her to go try the laser surgery. And she was really afraid of it, of something going wrong. So what she did was she had them do just one eye first. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to do the whole thing. Just come in, do the process, do your eyes, and go home. And she asked them, just to do one side, and after that it settled, go back and do the other side. And I guess they agreed to do it. And something went wrong, and something got screwed up. The eye she did, she now can't see out of at all, just a blur. So that's it for her, like she's going to go back and ask them to do the other side. And that experience has kind of put me off the whole thing, I don't know. So I'll just stick with my glasses and struggle around and change back and change forth and whatever. These are funny blocks, I know I'm not supposed to show you the design for the New Year's print because it's supposed to be, a New Year's print. You'll see it then. But I think I mentioned this when we were preparing these color blocks the other day. This is not the typical ukiyo-e work we're doing. The typical ukiyo-e work is the black lines come first, and then colors, click exactly into those lines. And what Jed has done for us this time, or what is he's given us approximate colors. And I'm not sure how to explain this. I don't mean the color themselves are approximate. I mean the location is approximate. He's taken his key drawing and just given splashes, washes of color across it. So in some places they butt up against the line, and in some places they don't. It's a, I don't know what word. It's an approximate way to do things. And it's a really, really strange for me to carving this way. The color block there had to be exactly against the back wall of the dog's leg, but this one is an approximation. And we're like thinking it'll just look like mistakes. And he's like, no, it's okay, it'll look natural. And this sample, his Photoshop sample, does look natural. But once we get it in woodblock form, I'm thinking it just might look like a mistake, like bad registration or something. But so I don't know, we're trying this as a sort of experiment on the New Year card, where it doesn't matter, people are not buying it, so no one's going to complain. And whether it will look natural or it'll look like an error, I don't know. We'll see. I think I heard the question beep. What are we doing here? Asakusa Temple. Can I take a sidetrack and try and read one of the comments you've made in the thing here? Okay, that's a different one. Okay. The one on the back sleeve page is Asakusa Temple, I guess. So it says so, but that's not the one that's on our website. So I think I'll go back up the thread here. Excuse me a minute. Go back up the chat here to the link somebody put to our Mokuhankan catalog. Copy link address. No. They're different. The one we have is to Kamigamo Shrine in Kyoto. The one somebody linked to the Baxley Stamps address is Asakusa Temple. It's a different one than what we have. So they're similar, but we're not talking about the same design. There might be more discussion of this in this chat. I can't see it all, I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, I'll get back to work now. You guys are okay at this. You guys are chatting. Am I on the camera? I think so. Better without this lens. I don't know, back and forth. That sound was the Patreon sound. Somebody's joined the Patreon group. If it's anybody here, thank you very much, of course. I'm not sure of the chance of that happening, but it's actually a bit unusual. I know at the end of the month. People usually join at the beginning of the month, but the Patreon funding, I know, again, I'm not sure, I'm talking a bit early about this. We're going to be writing to the Patreon people, I mean the Patreon backers, Patreon members, sometime this month. I know the original idea for them to join us was to help provide money for me to hire more people here, which we have done, hired a manager. The Patreon funds now have built up. They're going to cover that manager's salary for the first few months, absolutely. the money's already here, and in fact he'll be drawing his first paycheck on Wednesday. Payment for the work he's done for us in October. And that'll be covered totally, absolutely by Patreon funds. I'm not sure how long we should lean on that, because you can't have a manager permanently sponsored by Patreon, of course. But the idea that with him here, I'll be spending more time at the carving bench is clearly come true. So the revenue I'll be generating, in fact it already is. I know I spent the last week or so carving that owl print, and we've got many, many dozens of orders for it. So the thing is working exactly as proposed. But as I said, you can't keep the Patreon funds permanently hiring a staff member. It doesn't make any sense. Outside supporters should not be hiring an employee here. So we'll keep it that way for a couple of months, because I'm not that productive yet here, and he's not that productive yet either. So, and then moving, I guess, I'm just speculating here, probably in the new year, in January, we will approach the Patreon people with sort of, okay, thank you very much. That worked very, very well. Either, cancel your support now, or if you would like to consider staying with us, we have another reason for asking for a bit of advanced support. And I can talk about this now a little bit, in that things are in huge flux with our paper supply in the moment. The person who's been making our paper for decades, literally decades, is changing. They're not able to fulfill all the orders we want. The quality is nowhere near what we need. And as we've talked about here and there, bit by bit, over the past year or so, we have gradually been exploring different paper suppliers. And one young man in a workshop has sent us wonderful samples. We're working with him to try and even improve those samples closer to what we need. And the huge problem is he doesn't have access to a good, consistent supply of mulberry fiber. And we've been working in the background, meaning whatever. I've been in contact with people who do the mulberry growing and agents who do the selling of the mulberry fiber, and back and forth. It's not confirmed yet, but it looks like we have a direct supply route to one of the farms growing mulberry. It looks like they want to come on board with us. And we will have to, put in a guaranteed order for hundreds and hundreds of kilograms of fiber, in order to lock up the supply. And that will be expensive, and that will be, money in advance going out that then goes to make paper, that then goes to make prints, that then revenue comes back later. So this is another perfect opportunity. It's another reason that we would need financing. If we had financing, I can't borrow money here. I'm 65 years old. No bank will look at me. So what the Patreon thing seems that it's going to be evolving into is a sort of bank for us. We will be asking the Patreon people in January, at least at the moment things are coming together. It looks like I'll be asking the Patreon people in January, can I use your funds to put in this fairly substantial order for mulberry fiber? Can I write the contract to guarantee that these people, I will buy this? We don't know what the number is yet. It's going to be at least 100 kilograms, maybe 200 kilograms. To lock in the supply of fiber for our paper for the next year and a half or so. And I suspect, whatever, most of the Patreon people will probably say, good, let's just continue. I'll put my $2 a month in, and please continue and use the money for that purpose. So that's the sort of plan. I don't know the exact numbers yet. I don't know exactly when we're going to be able to say this, but that's the next step moving forward. So Patreon stage 1 was helping get Cameron on board. And if things go well, he is now going to be financed by what I do on this desk, which is the original plan. And Patreon will then help finance the next step forward, which will be locking in our mulberry supply. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Cameron won't be here. It's Sunday. He's a very, religious person. Of course, it's fine, whatever. He's going to work a more classical hours a day approach, more of a business approach than the shop people, So he'll never be here on Sundays. It's okay. He's not hired to be a shop assistant. Am I still on camera? Hi. What have we got? Oh, not much conversation. It's okay. Hey. I know the gift prints, we've got them in two places. I know I've been doing the gift print idea for quite a long time, 15 years or so, before I had Mokuhankan. So the original gift print page was mokuhankan.com/gift. And it's still there. We still do it there. Many people come back to the same place each year. They expect that page to be there. But then starting in about 2006 or so, I opened the idea of having a shop and assistants and other people working with me. And that was Mokuhankan. This is our collaborative publishing venture. Bloody microphone. Jeez, I need a wireless mic, I guess, or something. Sorry about that. So once Mokuhankan, our shop, came into being, the prints, of course, became for sale over there. So the thing that we have as our gift print is in two places right now. It's the same print, same price, same station, same everything. It's in our Mokuhankan catalog at mokuhankan.com. And we still run the old gift print page at my personal website, woodblock.com/gift. But it's the same thing. I'm sorry about the confusion. There's a ton of legacy stuff there. That woodblock.com website is 21 years of legacy stuff. I don't have any idea what to do with it. It gets a huge amount of Google traffic. We just can't just send it away. But it needs massive reorganization. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it today. But yes, the confusion about the gift print, it's both of those places. woodblock.com/gift or mokuhankan.com, and just look around the catalog until you find it. I apologize for the confusion. It's just legacy confusion. "21 years on the internet, probably before some of you guys were born." And some of the pages on the website haven't been changed in 21 years. You look inside, it's font size +2. Made with Claris homepage, 1998. Stuff like this. My God, it's embarrassing now. Still, look at this, I'm out of view. Somebody shout at me when I do that. Sorry to be so slow here, it's just kind of I am a bit tired still, I'm sorry. These days now are day after day of very exhausting work. Yesterday's print parties, I think we did 4. There was more booked in the evening. And they were good fun parties. That one with the Facebook guy was good fun. But they're tiring, they're tiring. And it's going to be the same again today. So, okay, where are we? So lots of times, 9 o'clock, there's 1. Basically done. Let's say now it's back to the noise again here, right? Or what could I do? What I could do, I'd rather be quiet here, so I think No, I better do this. Better keep going. Let's just get noisy. Do your job properly, Dave. Here we go. Peg in place. I guess you saw that, did you? The fact that the workbench here has 2 holes. You know, many of you know the story. I got this bench from the old carver Harada-san. I got it from his son, like 60 years after Harada-san died. But Harada-san was, of course, a right-handed carver. So when he was working with chisels, he had a bench plug that went on the left side, and he, with his right hand, hammered blocks against it. I'm a lefty, of course, so I had to chop. Unfortunately, I had to chop a new hole in the bench. Whatever, it's a tool. You have to do, you know, chop a new hole in the bench so that I can work as a lefty with my chisels. So here we go. Get my microphone out of the way of the noise. Bring in our friend. And I'm sorry, it's going to be noisy for the next couple of minutes. No more ASMR. Sorry about that, you guys. Do I code? Yes, I code all over the place. It used to be things like assembler and stuff back in the 1970s on a great DEC, what's it called? It was a PDP-7. I get those words confused. PHP, PDP, PDP-7. Great fun. Nowadays my coding is 2 things. I write application software for our Apple systems here. We do all our work with Macs. And I write application software on those that handles our bookkeeping. We have 3 main systems. My personal subscriptions, the Mokuhankan online orders and stuff, and then our own subscription series. We have very, very good software that runs the subscription series. And bit by bit, we're transferring everything to a PHP web-based system, our own manager software, all the staff scheduling, the print party scheduling, our inventory control, the print job scheduling, all that kind of stuff now runs on an online manager system that I'm building bit by bit by bit by bit, using a straight ahead, just PHP backend. No more ASMR. Yes, excuse me that, guys. Man's got to do what a man's got to do. Here we go. Actually, I'm waking up now, you know. I was tired an hour ago, but I'm waking up. Let's get this thing going. Are we ready? Which way's the grain here? Yay. Be careful. Are we on camera? We're still on camera? Seems a little stretched, right? Okay. The screen's backwards both ways. The bench actually moves bit by bit by bit. Let's hold it back. Nice. It's still okay. This is against, yes, this is against the grain here, but whatever. Good. Okay, move up a level. The bigger one. We okay on the stream? Scooping ice cream. Yeah, I don't want to hold this thing still. I need the ability to be able to rotate this and turn it. The bench and rag relics. Yes, that works fine. It matches the guy who's doing it, so it's okay. Here we go. A bit more noisy. Sorry about this. No, people were asking, I think something on the stream says, why don't I clamp this thing to the bench or something so it doesn't move? It's far more important. I need to be able to rotate, 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 rotate. The wood grain is every which way and backwards. And I've got to be able to swing this around. And this is just one bench dog. It's, you know, if I had two, it would be a little better. I could put it in between at an angle, whatever. I guess maybe one day I'll think about doing that. But this is just the simplest, easiest way to do this. I need the flexibility. I've got to be able to whip it around, whip it around, whip it around. Okay, I think that's it for the noise. We get back to quieter work again. Back and forth, back and forth. How are we doing for time? I guess just a few minutes left. It's Sunday. We're going to hear the bell in a few minutes, I guess. Today it's Kawai-san and Nakamura-san. We have a totally full schedule of print parties. It's pouring rain. Typhoon is going to give us a glancing blow this afternoon. And it doesn't matter. The shop's going to be jammed. Tourists, once you're here in Japan, no matter what the doing is, you just have to keep going. You just can't huddle in your hotel room. And people will Google, rainy day in Tokyo. And I think last time I tried that, you Google rainy day in Tokyo, and I think we're in the first page of stuff that comes up. I think. So doesn't matter, rain or shine, there will be people here. Is somebody trying it? Are we still there in the top page of results? Rainy day in Tokyo, or rainy day activities in Tokyo. I forget what I tried last time I tried it. The wood chips are indeed found in the beer. The wood chips are found all over the place. So give me a break, okay? It's a mark of my craft. They're quite tasty. Not. Speaking about wood chips, it's a funny story. It doesn't affect me so much. This is mountain cherry wood. But every now and then I use an inlay of boxwood. Some of the old, we've talked about this on previous YouTube videos and stuff like this. The hair carving that needs a fine touch, so I inlaid boxwood. And there's a story out there. There's I can't say myth, there's a thing out there. The English wood engravers, people like my friend, his name is Andy English, it's his actual name. He does all his work in the English style using end grain boxwood and using gravers. It's a related technique to what we're doing, but not quite the same. And there's a thing in his community that says don't nibble the wood chips because they're poisonous. This is not cherry, we're talking about boxwood, the boxwood that they use and which I sometimes use. And I have no idea if this is true or if this is an old carver's myth or if people have died from this or whatever. But there's a thing that says the boxwood chips are poisonous, don't nibble them. I don't think that has anything to do with my work here, cherry wood. I don't have any indication at all that cherry is poisonous. Whatever, it's just a piece of wood. But on the times when I do work with boxwood, there is the thought, Dave, be careful. As I said, I have no idea this is myth or fantasy or truth. I don't know. There's room for investigation, obviously. Are boxwood chips poisonous or not? I don't know. Internet, do your job. Anyway, given that we're getting near the end of our time here today, I should talk about the schedule. Now, today's Sunday. As I mentioned before, the afternoon streams just don't exist for the near future. It's inconceivable I can be back here in the afternoon. The shop is way too busy. Still, here at the end of October, well into November, I think. So, I'll be back again tomorrow morning. This is Sunday. I'll be back again Monday morning. I'm talking Tokyo time. Here's Kawaii-san. Obviously, this block, I know I've got the reverse side is still to go, so I'll be doing the same thing here, same time, same station. Assuming I survive the day here today, I'll be doing the same thing, same station, tomorrow morning on this block. That'll be Monday morning, Tokyo time. Tuesday morning, there will be no stream. It's our day for doing other work. Notably going to Ome to remind the staff there who I am. And then after that, Wednesday morning, there will be a stream, and I'm not sure what the work will be. I might be perhaps, for example, doing test printing on this New Year card. I might be doing the initial carving on the first print in the Far PG Side series. I'm not quite sure. It's 2 days away, so I haven't a clue. I can't see that far away. But anyway, I should be here. Am I on screen? Yeah, I should be here. This is Kawaii-san, I think, and he and Nakamura-san are working today together. They're a good, strong team. We're going to need them because it's going to be a day here today. Microphone down. Microphone up. Kawai-san, good morning. Did you survive last night? Two beers was okay, right? Beer 2本は問題ないでしょ？
まあね。
そう。
すぐ寝ちゃったから。今日はね、スケジュール表で中村さん入ってないんですよ。僕と可愛いブルってなってました。
She's not coming today? Are you kidding? It's just you and me. Whatever, I'll have a look at the schedule.
2:30 からまた4人。
そう、もう444になったよ。もう444になった。
でも本当今日昇進して僕とプルさんだけ。
I was so she was gonna do flea market jobs. She didn't say anything about that last one. Well, whatever. Anyway, well, whatever. You and me, can we do this today? Let's do this. So, we can lock the door or something. I don't know. Whatever. It seems like I've misread the staff schedule, and Nakamura-san won't be here today. It seems. So it's me and Kawai-san. In that case, it's all hands on deck. Yeah. 29th. でしょ? All right, let's get busy. Step 1, make sure there's enough paper. Get going. Okay. All hands on deck for a busy Sunday here at Asakusa. Oh my God. 入ったんです。そう、入ったんです。そう、2人、また2人。Yeah, rain, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. もう旅行中ですから、雨降っても関係ないです。そう、rain or shine, it doesn't matter. Whatever. No. Okay, I got to get out of here. Yeah, you're talking about these books are good. I'll try and have a chance to read this later on if I survive or whatever. Anyway, here we go. I'll be back, as I said, I'll be back here tomorrow morning for the same time, backside of this. Tuesday will be off. Wednesday will be something in the future. Going to be a fun day at Mokuhankan, it says here. Thanks, gang. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Sorry about the chaos. Last time, microphone down. Let's get this thing clipped up here. I got to get a better way to support my microphone that doesn't interfere. Okay, guys. Thank you again. Goodbye. See you next time.